Before we get into this video, I just want to say I recorded this over a month ago, so the way I talk about the team may be a little outdated, but it's still a really good video and I want y'all to watch it, so here y'all go. The 2024 NFL season has officially kicked off. My favorite team is the Indianapolis Colts, who just had their season opener against the Houston Texans. And despite a loss, I still feel very optimistic for the season ahead. Houston has one of the best football teams in the league, and we played them very competitively, with our star quarterback Anthony Richardson connecting with some insane deep balls throughout the game. And man, it just feels great when football season is back. But speaking of football, earlier this year, WWE 2K released the Pat McAfee Show DLC in WWE 2K24. A lot of people were not a fan of this pack, to say the least.
Because they want some of these other losers that no one's ever heard of from NXT to be in the game. Why aren't these guys in the DLC pack? Well, it's because no one wants to play with them. That's why. Okay, so
Though what this pack did give us was two former Indianapolis Colts players into the game, that being Pat McAfee and Darius Butler. And so today I put them in universe mode alongside their NFL uniforms, and just look how cool they look right there. You can see Darius Butler got his gloves on, Pat McAfee got the sleeves. It's all looking pretty perfect. I made them myself, and they're currently ranked 6 on the tag team division on Friday Night SmackDown. We just go here to the divisions, and we can see that Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso are the current tag team champions. They haven't teamed up in a while. Solo turned on Jimmy. But yeah, Darius Butler and Pat McAfee are at the very bottom of the rankings, so they may not get the tag titles, but we're just gonna see what they can do until WrestleMania. And on January week 1, they do not have a match booked, but the main event is LA Knight versus AJ Styles for the Universal Championship. I gotta see what happens here. AJ winning the title January week 2. And on the second match of the show, Pat McAfee and Darius Butler are going up against Julius Creed and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. And as you can see, the Creed Brothers got Ivy Nile at ringside, while Pat and Darius Butler got AJ Hawk, former Green Bay Packers player. Who wins this match? Pat McAfee and Darius Butler get the win. We're going to go on to January week 3. And on the third match of the show, Pat McAfee and Darius Butler against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And the OC get the win. Oh no. Damn it, bro. They're already losing already. January week 4. And on the fourth match of the show, Logan Paul versus Darius Butler. And Logan Paul is in a rivalry, so we can read the rivalry action for this. And Logan Paul gets the win. So it looks like Logan Paul is currently feuding with the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Sheamus came down to ringside before his rival's match with wicked intent, entering the ring and attacking Logan Paul to end the match in a disqualification. The animosity between these superstars has grown out of control, both of them intent on hurting each other. Hey, that's good to see that Darius Butler wasn't pinned. It was all Sheamus' fault. We don't know who the better man is there. But alright, let's head on to the PLE, the Royal Rumble. And in the main event, it is the Men's Royal Rumble, which is won by Veer Mahan. He came to the Royal Rumble, and he's coming to WrestleMania. Good job, Veer. I'm so proud of you. Well, let's head to February week 1. Fuck you, 2K. Fuck Ronald and fuck Mike Wayne. I know you guys make basketball, but what is this shit? Why is Pat McAfee teaming up with Robert Roode against the OC? Where's Darius Butler? Why is Pat McAfee teaming up with someone else? I swear to God, bro, I fucking hate this game. Okay, Pat McAfee and Robert Roode win. Okay, look, who are they in a rivalry with? Who are they in a rivalry with? The LWO. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro appeared on stage to applaud Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows for their recent performances last week. Mutual respect could be forming between these two teams as they are poised to face each other, promising the best in competitive sportsmanship from both sides. Okay, yeah. February week 2, guys. There we go. Pat McAfee and Darius Butler against the Bloodline. Are the Bloodline still champs? Let me check. They are. So Pat McAfee and Darius Butler are going up against the tag team champions. Let's see how this goes. Pat McAfee and Darius Butler, the Indianapolis Colts, have defeated the tag team champions. Usually I would just make them the #1 contenders right away because they just beat the champions, but I don't feel like giving it that easy to them this time. Let's just go on to February week 3. But that's a huge win. Hopefully the game puts them in a rivalry. No, but they're going up against the Creed Brothers on February week 3. WWE and the Indianapolis Colts with another win. Let's see if they get booked on the Elimination Chamber. They do not. Whoever Pat and Darius Butler face off in a match next, I will create a rivalry for them. February, week 4. Okay, these controllers are kind of expensive. 2K. What the fuck? First off, that's Darius Butler and Pat McAfee on both sides. And why is Grayson Waller teaming up with Robert Roode, who teamed up with Pat McAfee a few weeks ago? And Robert Roode isn't his partner. And Robert Roode isn't Grayson's partner. Austin Theory is Grayson's partner. I go into edit matches. It's still them. I go to customize participants. Why the fuck is the bloodline there? Bro, I can't with this game anymore. Okay, what happens? Darius Butler and Pat McAfee went in there in a rivalry. Let's read this. They're in a rivalry with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso appeared on stage to mock their rivals Darius Butler and Pat McAfee after the match. The trash talk coming out early from the teams. Both sides want to get any advantage they can before their tag team championship match, whether it's physical or mental. And speaking of, physical and mental advantages this game has over me, let's just head on to March. In the main event, Solo Sikoa versus Darius Butler. And why did it switch Solo to Darius Butler again? I paid $120 for this game. It's fucking September. The game has been out for 6 months. I could rename this title to just I Crash Out at Universe Mode. Solo won, but then he became Darius Butler. Solo Sikoa lured his opponent into a cheap shot with a fake offer to shake hands, catching him with one of the oldest tricks in wrestling. Darius Butler will have to keep his wits about him while his opponent tries to manipulate him to his disadvantage. And still like the same 10 rivalry actions in every video. You know what? Let's just be professional. Let's stop complaining unless it's another crazy glitch. I'm losing my sanity, bro. I'm really losing my sanity here. March week 2. Okay, and the opener, Solo Sikoa versus Pat McAfee. Why is Darius Butler here? Solo Sikoa was picking up momentum in his singles match against Darius Butler. He's facing Pat McAfee before being distracted by Pat McAfee. The entrance music and lights led everyone in the arena to believe he was about to face both rivals, but instead distracted him and gave Darius Butler enough time to recover and strike Solo Sikoa from behind. This match clearly says Solo Sikoa versus Pat McAfee. He wasn't facing Darius Butler. What are you gonna do on March week 3? So Darius Butler versus Solo Sikoa is in the first match. And then Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso are having to defend against Pretty Deadly in the main event. So Solo, for some reason, is working double duty and also defending against a team that he isn't in a rivalry with, rather than the team he's actually feuding with. Simulate Darius Butler again. And now Pretty Deadly are the champions, so they just literally just strip the titles away from the storyline. Let's read what happened here. Darius Butler rushed his opponent Solo Sikoa head on before the start of the match, beating him down into the corner until the referee managed to stop him. The match was able to continue, but damage had been done thanks to his aggression. And Nick Aldis was like, yup, let's throw him in the main event for the tag team titles. So now Pretty Deadly are champs, and let's say goodbye to their shot at the tag team titles. Darius Butler with Pat McAfee at ringside against Solo Sikoa with Jimmy Uso at ringside. You can't make this shit up, bro. So it's March week 4, right? Darius Butler just got a win over Solo Sikoa. So let's check the rivalry actions. No news alerts at this time. So does that mean it's the end of the rivalry? Okay, no, it's continuing. Solo versus Darius Butler, and Solo Sikoa wins, and we actually get a correct match screen this time. Let's go. We actually see Solo instead of 2 Darius Butlers. I never thought I'd see the day. Darius Butler's eagerness to get a win over his opponent backfired as Solo Sikoa read the cheap shot. The missed attack struck the referee instead, leaving them on the mat for the first part of the match as a rivalry grows dangerous for even officials. April week 2. Main event, Solo versus Pat. Pat McAfee defeats Solo. Solo Sikoa's match was interrupted by Darius Butler's entrance music, his eyes drawn to the stage and leaving him open to a surprise attack from behind. Darius Butler's assault from the crowd went unnoticed, but will most likely not go unanswered by his rival. Let's go on to WrestleMania 40. And alright, the 10th match of the show, the Usos, but it's solo, not the real Usos, versus Darius Butler and Pat McAfee. We see those two guys accompanied at ringside. I could watch this match. I could go in and I could do my usual commentary, and I could play it out. I could do that, but I'm really not in the mood right now. Future Mutate here. Originally at this point in the video, I went on like a long rant about all the problems in the game, and I just decided I don't want to include in this video because I'm just really mad and frustrated because every time I sit down and record one of these videos, there's always just some kind of glitch in it, and it ruins what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to put someone who isn't in WWE in the WWE and make it like a cool, entertaining video, and something always messes up, which makes the storylines not coherent. The renders don't show up properly on the screen. And this time it was just like actually comedic how much glitches. It was like way more than usual. And so yeah, I literally just wasn't able to play the match. But that's okay. Like the storyline kind of fucked up the match that it was gonna be anyways, so it wasn't even gonna really be that high stakes or important because the title got stripped away. In the next episode, we will be playing the match again, and I will not be complaining about glitches next time. I will make sure everything works properly. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I wish I could have it my way. I don't really know who's to blame, but you said you were giving me space, then forever went away. Hey, at night in the garden I roam. Since the day you left, no flowers grow. My skin's gone purple from the cold, and I hate you, but I think I miss you more.